towering cliffs, coves, and a wooded valley, this short walk along Heddon's Valley to Heddon's Mouth was a must on this 5-day visit to North Devon. This 2.2-mile circular walk through the valley includes a challenging section with a steep climb. Join me as I follow the little river Heddon as it tumbles through its deep valley to the wild Smuggler's Cove. Well, good morning and welcome to my channel. Got a tiny bit of road walking before I pick up the path leading along the valley. It's such a beautiful morning. As you can see, extremely sunny, extremely bright, but very, very chilly. There's a cutting breeze at the moment, but I'm sure it'll warm up as the day goes on. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely no one around. It's about 8:30 in the morning. So I've got down here very early. Although I don't anticipate lots of people. Children are at school and it's a Tuesday. So next week is the start of the Easter holidays, I believe, the school holidays. So you can imagine how busy it'll be then. That's why I've chosen this time to take 5 days down in Devon. Right, our path starts just over this little old bridge and we'll be walking along the valley to Heddon Mouth, which is a lovely viewpoint looking out to sea. We should have the river on our right hand side on the way down, and then on the way back I'm going to cut across one of the old bridges and come back on a slightly different route. So yeah, let's crack on. Well, what do you think of this? It's got absolutely everything. A babbling brook or a stream. That is actually a river, but it's surrounded by hills. It's a great time of year to come here as well, spring. I mean, obviously in a month or so, the foliage will be really thick, but I actually like it like this. You can literally see through things. You know, it's just outstanding. Right, let's get on. Can't keep stopping, take all day. You can probably still hear the stream in the background, but we're raising up. It's about 20 meters below me now. Now this track I'm on the National Trust website, because this is a National Trust managed, is deemed buggy and mobility scooter friendly. Now I think it's some sort of robust mobility scooter. It does name the type, and excuse me for my ignorance, I'm not quite at that stage yet that I need a mobility scooter. But it's a bit rough underfoot, but then again, at the moment I've got extremely sore knees. I'm just off the back of a weekend of 12-hour shifts, really hard shifts. And then I left very early yesterday morning to travel down and got caught in a lot of traffic. So I ended up with a 6-hour journey. And once I sort of cleared the M25, it was a beautiful morning to travel, very sunny. So I hit the old road, the A303, went past Stonehenge. I was quite enjoying the journey, other than the fact I was still tired from my shifts. But 5 miles outside Combe, I was on a really windy, hilly section. My rear brakes failed, and oh, the noise! It sounded like a train grinding to a halt on a track. So I nursed the car into Combe. I couldn't stop. There was nowhere to stop. I just had to really go slow, keep relying on my front brakes. And when I got to Combe, I passed the garage. So I popped in, see a mechanic there, and oh, what a friendly guy. It was about 12:30, 1:15 then in the afternoon. And they said that they had a look at it, said your rear pads need doing. And if we get the order in by 1 o'clock, we've got our parts being delivered for tomorrow, this afternoon. So I got him to order it, took it back about 3, 4 o'clock, it was all done. New brake pads, calipers, lubrication, and a few other jobs. Absolutely friendly, amazing guys. 2 guys, I can't thank them enough. At the end of the day, I've travelled down here for a few days to enjoy myself and film, and suddenly I've got a car that's not roadworthy, and I'm 300 miles away from home, and within a couple of hours of arriving, my car's back on the road. So I believe the garage's name is Lovin's. It's in Combe on the main street, and I can't thank them, I recommend them enough. So if you're travelling down this way and you've got any problems, pop in and see those guys, or if you live local, honestly, they're super efficient, really friendly. So thank you very much to the guys at Lovin's. You saved my bacon. As sunny and as bright as it is bitterly cold with that breeze. I mean, the sun's actually behind the hill there and going right over the top, so I'm in a shaded area. But I'm glad I brought my coat. I was toying with the idea of leaving the coat in the car, and I would have been absolutely freezing, to be honest. I'm sorry if when I'm talking to you at camera, I tend to be looking down. I've got to be very careful on this path. It's actually quite uneven. If I had perfectly good knees, I'd just be walking normal, but I've got to look down and be careful where I trod. I've got to look after myself. You never find me far from water. I can see the end of the valley now, and we're just about to hit a very steep section, so you'll excuse me if I don't film too much of this, because I'm going to struggle a bit, so I may have to put the camera away. Really getting breezy now because we're going up quite high, but yeah, I'll bring you back when this levels out a bit. So there's the view back along the valley. You can see the high point to my right there, and obviously we're dropping down again towards the beach area. Coming up to the viewing point. Well, I got down to the rocky beach. It was painful coming back up, but I did it. managed to get my drone up. I was measuring the wind speeds, and they were like off the scale. They were blowing up to sort of 33-mile-an-hour gusts, and then it would drop right down, and for about a minute it would basically be a couple of mile an hour. So I stood there for quite a while before I'm in an iron whether to get the drone up. The problem with this valley is that it's like a wind tunnel, so when it does gust, it really gusts. Anyway, I got the drone up, held my breath basically while I was filming, but hopefully I've just got a couple of little clips. I mean, yesterday absolutely no wind at all, not even a breeze, but that's how it goes. I don't want to lose the drone. Well, we'll see what we got. There's one of the National Trust staff. She's come up here on a sort of scooter, putting a sign up at the end. Nice lady, just had a quick chat, and so you can see that mobility scooters can get up here. It's very bumpy though. Okay, I have a question. Why? They've brought their dog down here. They've picked up after the dog, put it in a bag, and instead of carrying it out, they've tied it onto the bush for someone else to take. Come on, people. Right, well, I've actually taken that bag with me. I've got a carrier bag in my rucksack where I was going to do a bit of shopping later, and I've put it into that. I can't leave it there. I have become the poo fairy. Right, we've come off the headland, heading on our way back. So we've walked a couple of 100 metres down over the highest ridge, and we're just turning left across this bridge, and we're going to be walking down with the river on our right hand side. Spectacular view from here. The route I'm taking back is a lot stonier, a lot more loose stones, and as you can probably see, there's more ups and downs. I did know that, but I think this is the more popular trail from a couple of the videos I've seen online, but I decided I wanted to do it in a circular fashion, you know, rather than just doing a out and back on the same path. So, what do you think of the video so far? Be nice to hear from you in the comments. The camera really doesn't do it justice how high and steep that hill is on the other side of the river. Well, we're high above the river now. I can just about hear it in the distance. I would say probably about 30-40 metres up. But it's quite nice this. I can still hear it, but I can hear the birds and I've just got a little bit extra peace and quiet on this walk back. As it's not too long a walk, I didn't even bring my water bottle with me this time. All I've got in the backpack at the moment is a drone, cleaning cloth, and a battery pack, which I'm not even going to need, but it's heavy enough, as I said earlier. And these are shot to pieces at the moment. I've not given them time to recover from my working weekend. But I'm just so glad I got out today after all the travelling down yesterday and the stress with the problems with the car and the expense, but it's got to be done. I love it. I could just hear that stream, or the river, and the birds, and there's no one about. I don't even know what time it is. I can't even be bothered to look. Oh well, let's get on. You know, as I walk along, I'm looking, right to left, up and down. I find the scenery absolutely fascinating, and it just goes to show that every season has something to offer, something different. All right, we're in very early spring, so in a month or so we'll be in full bloom, and then into the summer we'll have tons of leaf on the trees, shaded areas in here. But at the moment, all the tree branches are sort of intertwined. If you look over there and on the path, they're overlapping the path. It's just got its own beauty. So it just goes to show you really that every season has its own beauty. You've just got to find it. You've just got to look for it. What a beautiful little bridge. There's a couple of these on here. They're ever so quaint. They sort of look medieval. Well, I'm looking up there and I'm thinking, no, my knees are shattered. I think what I'll do, I'll cut across this little bridge and just trace a little bit of my original route back towards the car park. I'm not sure if it's apparent on the screen, but this is a very, very steep and long climb. So what I'll do, I'll bring you back when I'm over the top. Yeah, I took the climb slow. It was I'm a lot higher than I thought I was going to be. After seeing the initial bit going up, I thought it was going to level out, and it didn't. It sort of just kept going up and up and up. But hopefully that's the last of it, and I've leveled out, and I'll be descending soon. But I coped with it. The knees coped with it. I'm better with my condition going uphill than I am downhill, providing it's not far too steep. I don't have to make big steps, bending my knees, if you know what I mean. But, well, I'm just going to give you a view from up the top here of the river below. There is no way this camera or any camera can do this place justice. It's somewhere where Watch the videos, yes, but then come along, do the walk yourself. Well, I'm on my way downhill now. This is the bit that actually hurts the most. I have to take very, very tiny steps to try and sort of weight bear even on the leg that's not moving forward, if you get my meaning. Finally on flat path. I think that's all the ups and downs done now. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's another massive up. Well, we're nearly at the end of the walk now. The ups and downs on the path back were quite hard work for me. I'm pleased about my breathing, actually, because on a recent walk I was struggling to breathe. I was panting a bit, but that was a lot better. And my knees held out. Had I known that route back was that steep, rocky, well, ups and downs, I probably would have walked back the way I came out. But in all fairness, you know, I'm glad I didn't really research it, because I'm glad I've done it. Otherwise I'd have done the lazy route out and back, which is just over there, and it's more or less completely flat till the last bit. Oh, right, let's walk back to the car and then have a drink. I think it's probably time for a spot of lunch. I'm not even sure what the time is. I'll just check. Well, it's 11:30. Yeah, lunchtime. This is the Hunter's Inn, the pub's beer garden. It's lovely. It's got a little adventure playground there, loads of benches, and the pub is owned by the National Trust. I've got the sun in my face, I can't even see the screen, but I can't film forward. And that's it at the end of the walk. We've just come out through the Hunter's Inn beer garden, and I'm just approaching the National Trust car park. It's an awful lot busier down here now, being that it's 11:45. So with the backdrop of the National Trust Rangers office and the shops, I'll bid you a farewell. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please don't forget to give it the thumbs up, and I'll look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Bye for now.